words of condolences are continuing to pour in following the passing of former Finance Minister and Reserve Bank Governor Tito Mboweni. Mboweni died on Saturday evening in a Johannesburg hospital following a short illness. He was 65 years old. Mboweni was South Africa's first Minister of Labour from 1994 to 1999 in the cabinet of former President Nelson Mandela. He continued to work as the first black governor of the Reserve Bank. Mboweni also served as the finance minister in the 6th administration. SABC News reporter Koketšo Motau caught up with Mboweni's former classmate to reflect on his earlier life. For more on this, we cross to Koketšo, who is standing by for us in Limpopo. It's over to you, Koketšo.
Well, thank you so much, Nambu, and good afternoon to the viewers there. Indeed, I'm here with one of the former minister's classmates, Meshala Malungari, who is also a relative to the former minister, Tito Mboweni. And I want to just reflect in his early life, and I'm welcoming her here. Malungari, thank you so much for joining us here on SABC News. Let's talk about the early life of Ndade Tito Mboweni. You were his classmate. Just take us through what kind of a person was Ndade Tito Mboweni, precisely because you also started grade 1 together, or sub A.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm Shalam Malungane. I'm Tito's cousin. We started sub A, not grades, sub A together in Bordeaux, but commonly known as Bodweni Primary School. That's how we usually call it, more especially because it was very difficult for us to spell the name. So the principal there was Mr. Shingwenyana SD. From the early age, we started to understand as we grow and understand all these things that he was a leader. He would ask questions then. It was taboo to ask a teacher a question if you don't understand. You will just go out of the class and say, man, I just don't understand. But he had the courage to do so. And sometimes when going home, because we will travel a little bit further after school, we would ask him, how could you do that? He said, no, if I don't understand, I have to ask. And then after school, then we had, I don't know what it's called in English, we were using slate, that thing that we write and erase, write and erase. We will use that to go and revise what we learned in class. He will be our teacher to teach us what is that. And then when we try to rebel, to say, how could you do that? No, I didn't understand, but I think I understood it. So I want to make sure that I understand. And then when we went back to class the following day, it was easier for us because we had him to teach us. And he was always the first in class. Always the first in class. And in whatever he does, he would lead us. And I just don't know why we couldn't rebel what he was telling us. Maybe because mostly we're all cousins in that classroom. And then we passed standard 6. Then it was standard 6 where we had our first certificate. He passed with first class distinction. If we could have that, you will see distinction in that class, in that standard. And then we went to Dumela High School. In Dumela, we were the first group to start the secondary school, not the high school. Now it's called Dumela High School, but then it was a secondary school that is from Form 1, but we were Form 1 only, but it went from Form 1 to Form 3, and we were the first group, and our principal was Mr. Machimana A. So there, he also showed more leadership, because the teaching after school continued. We would go home. It was a little bit further than the primary school. It will be very late, but he will make sure that we meet together. English was the most problematic subject to us. And the primary school from sub A to standard 6, Songa, everything. It was in Songa. The only thing that I should in English, it was English itself. So to transcend from Xitsonga to English in everything, it was very difficult because I randa English too much. He would say, I talk whether you like it or not, I'll sit it to finish. When we go home, start the lesson again. The have been, has been, that was it. That's what we called him, because the has been, had been, they gave us the problem. He will teach us, and then we go back to school. We will perform better than any other person. Remember, I said we're cousins and we're staying in the same area. And then as teenagers, I can't say we're the best and well-behaved. We'll make noise, we'll do things that was not acceptable to the teacher, the principal, and when the principal comes, there will be someone checking what is everything, the coast is clear. When you see him coming, we'll jump to the front, stand there trying to take, and they will say anything, we'll follow him. And then the principal will say, why are you making noise?
All right. So I just want us to talk about when he first became the Minister of Labor during Nelson Mandela's era, and later on, becoming the first black governor of the Reserve Bank, and later on he became the minister in the President Ramaphosa's cabinet. How did you feel, particularly when he became the first black governor of the Reserve Bank?
Okay, thank you. We're very, very, very excited. I can't explain. First, not being a minister of what or what, but being in parliament. We're very, very excited. And then when they announced him as the Minister of Labor, we said, is it from this little farm? Here comes a man who's going to lead the laborers. And I was very happy and knew he would make it, because you call a spade. What he doesn't want, will tell you he doesn't want. And that then, because it was very hectic in the labor department, he did very well. But the most exciting thing that we enjoyed as his classmates, former classmates, and his cousins was when he became governor. And you know what excited us? It was to see the notes, the money signed by him, Mboweni, and that someone came with the notes. I was working somewhere, and then he just came to say, come. Then he just gave me the notes. And then, why are you giving me the notes? Just look at it. To say that my cousin signed it, my former classmate signed it, and I kept it for very long. I tried, after I heard his passing on, I tried to look for it. I can't find it, but I know I'll find it. I said, this I will keep. That was very, very important and very exciting to us, and very encouraging to the community where he's coming from.
Well, thank you so much, Mayor Malungana. That is one of the classmates of the former minister, and reflecting on some of the exciting moments with him. But for now, because of time, let's get back to you in studio, Mnombu.
Koketšo, so nice to hear the memories from somebody who was with him in his early days. Thank you so much for that, Koketšo Motau, reporting there from Limpopo.